Bam! Good morning. Good morning, Opa. I hope you're out of the waiting room by now. Here we go. Welcome to my daughter's kitchen. I have a doctor's appointment in LA today, so I had to drive up. But I got to tell you, last night was the best. It was the best. You know, I told you that there was going to be a Friends reunion, that it was on HBO. So, I couldn't see it because I don't have HBO, right? I had my own Friends reunion last night and it was amazing. So I think I've mentioned that when I lived here before, there was this thing we did called Tuesday night dinner. It started about 20 some years ago. I had some very good friends. One was very pregnant with her third child. One played hockey on Tuesday nights. They were married. The one who was very pregnant with her third child needed some help on Tuesday nights when her husband wasn't around. So we started coming over and having dinner together so we could help with the older kids' homework and just kind of help her because she was tired. And it became a tradition. And every Tuesday night, I'm not saying, hey, let's not do it this way. I made that clear, right? Every Tuesday night, we had dinner for about 20 years. The two families started to grow into 3 families, 4 families, 5 families. Somebody would get invited. And the next thing you know, it was like, that was the golden ticket. Oh, you got invited to a TND, Tuesday night dinner? That was a big, big deal. Well, things change, things happen, and I moved away, and I'd still come back for as many Tuesday night dinners as I could. In fact, when I was divorced, my husband and I tried coming to the same Tuesday night dinner, but it was just too awkward. So we'd trade Tuesday nights, we'd alternate, and then he stopped coming. So Tuesday night dinner became mine, which was fine because I loved it. It included my closest friends and my children and my godchildren, and it was just fabulous. And then more things happened, and Tuesday night dinners stopped happening. About, I'm thinking maybe 2.5, 3 years ago, no more Tuesday night dinners. And then the pandemic hit, and we couldn't get together if we wanted to. So I got this wild idea maybe a month and a half ago, that it was time. As soon as it felt safe, we needed to go have a Tuesday night dinner. Used to be at somebody's house. Can't do that anymore. But we have a very good friend who owns a restaurant, gave us a big room, all double vaccinated. And last night was our first TND, but on Wednesday night. So we had a Tuesday night dinner on Wednesday night with people we haven't seen in at least since the pandemic. You know the word family? They're friends who are so special that they become your family. I can't even begin to tell you what it feels like to be with these people that I know and love. It was like we saw them yesterday. That's all we kept saying is, really? We haven't done this in 3 years? We did this yesterday. I know you know what I'm talking about. Let me see what's going on over here. Good morning, Opa. Good morning, Ginny. Good morning, Indy. Oh, I love that you guys all. Stephen, good morning. Indy, did a package from Amazon get delivered yesterday? I don't know what's going on here. I'm going home today, though, and I can tell. Good morning, everybody. Oh, this is great. Okay, so what is today? Most important today, it's Chimborazo Day. Chimborazo. Don't you just love that word? I mean, Chimborazo. So Chimborazo is I think it's a volcano in Ecuador that has the distinct quality of being the highest point on Earth. Now, when I say it's the highest point on Earth, Everest is a higher mountain, but when you measure from the Earth's core, Chimborazo is the highest point on the planet. Apparently, okay, I don't want to get into a whole science thing. I'm going to leave that part to Stephen and Indy for right now, but here's the deal. Apparently, the Earth is not round. You heard it here first, but it's not my idea. Now, I'm not saying it's flat, but apparently it's kind of spheroid, kind of. I forgot the word, but because of the way it's shaped, it's not perfectly round. There's some spots that are further from the core than others, and Chimborazo then becomes the highest point on Earth. I know you're excited to know that. It took 80 years of attempts before somebody finally made it to the top, but somebody did. So what is that to us? Well, happy to know that it's the highest point on Earth, and happy to know that somebody managed to climb it. But this is your day to go out there and walk, hike if you can. I don't care if it's just up a set of stairs or if it's just over a little hill or a mound. It's so healthy to get out there and go for it. So go climb a mountain today. I know you can do it. Okay, it is also, I didn't get this. It's Impersonate Authority Day. You didn't hear that here. I'm not telling you to do that. Unless, of course, you're impersonating authority to tell yourself what to do. Yes, that's not bad. Oh, apparently 2 packages came for me yesterday. I think I know what one is. I think I told you my Swiss Army knife got taken at the airport. So I'm hoping that's one of the packages anyway. Uh-oh. Opa is going to have some appointments for her physical body. Yeah, we'll work on it. Fix it. Come on, you can do it. I like that. Stephen told Opa that she's just resetting her body for the next 20 years. Good deal. I like that. It is Love Conquers All Day. That was very loving, Stephen. Thank you. Love does conquer pretty much everything. We'll see. It's Egg Day. This is an excellent day to do egg puns, don't you think? Yes. But don't be too extravagant with your words. No. Otherwise, the yoke will be on you. Okay, I'm not going here anymore. But if you have some great egg puns, put them on the side. It doesn't mean I wouldn't enjoy seeing them. I can't wait until our chicks are getting close to being almost to drop an egg day. I think by the end of summer, Bob's going to have some competition. I wonder what's going on here. Wait a minute. You crack me up. I have no comeback. It is egg day though. So I used to have an ostrich egg. I did, seriously. I have no idea what I did with it or where it is. It was about this big. And I used to keep it like set this direction. I had a little stand for it and everything. But I don't think there was really an ostrich in there. It was just a great big ostrich egg. And speaking of which, we're watching Game of Thrones again. I think I mentioned that. And Daenerys has 3 dragon eggs that just hatched. And she's got baby dragons. Those were big, interesting looking eggs. I wonder how they knew what dragon eggs looked like. I don't know. It's itch day. Oh, can you tell I'm tired this morning? I stayed up late. It's itch day. I don't know about you, but I sometimes get the words scratch and itch mixed up. You scratch and itch, you don't itch a scratch. And that's how I remember it. And I'm constantly itching, scratching. I'm a scratcher. I don't know about you, but I'm a scratcher. So, itch day. Here's a suggestion. Have you been itching to do something? Today's the day. I think that's like, that's a message, right? That's a sign. It's itch day, and you've been itching to try something new. Make it happen. By the way, I'm drinking tea today, not by choice. I really like my morning coffee, but my kids drink tea. So I'm drinking tea because I forgot to bring my coffee. Oh, why couldn't the skunk pay for his lunch? He only had 1 cent and it wasn't very good. Oh no. That sounds like a dad joke, but okay. Eggs for dinner. Oh, don't you love breakfast for dinner? That's such a great idea. It's repeat day. I said it's repeat day. It's repeat day. It's repeat day. Do you remember when you were a kid, or maybe you still do it? I would do it if I had the chance. And you were in a room where there was a mirror, and you would look in the mirror and see yourself looking in the mirror, looking in the mirror, looking in the mirror, seeing yourself looking in the mirror. Or when you were a kid, do you remember toasters were made of like aluminum or something? So when you would look at them, you wouldn't just see a distorted version of yourself, but if you turned on the right angle, you could see like a gazillion copies of you. Repeat, 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 repeat. Yeah, that's so much fun. So today's repeat day. And let's see, what could you do to celebrate repeat day? I know. Go someplace you went before and you loved. Say something that made you laugh. Say it again. I could repeat that, but I'm not going to. But it's repeat day. So it's repeat day. Moving right along. 1937, the Duke of Windsor married Mrs. Wallace Warfield Simpson and shocked the world. It's also happy birthday for Anderson Cooper. Did you know that Anderson Cooper's mother, you know who Anderson Cooper is, right? Anderson Cooper's CNN, 60 Minutes. He's even done, what do you call it? The ball drop in New York. Yeah, he's like awesome. He's awesome. But did you know that he was Gloria Vanderbilt's son? He's one of the Vanderbilts. True story. It's also the birthday of Ransom E. Olds, Olds, Ransom Olds. Anybody know who he is? I'll give you a minute. Ransom Olds. Not anybody I knew, but happy birthday to him. I don't see anything coming up there. Ransom Olds. I'll get back to him in a minute. In 1988, on this very day, oh, yes, Stephen, I should have known you'd get it. That's right, Ransom Olds. It was the founder of Oldsmobile. Yeah. And Henry Ford was Ford, right? Yes, Ginny, Oldsmobile. I wonder how many different kinds of cars are named by the people who designed them. Interesting. Big in 1988, it premiered. And do you remember that scene where they're dancing on the piano? I mean, Tucker. Interesting. Okay, come on, more. Bring me more. I'm getting this whole slew of egg jokes over here on the side here. Was Hudson named after a guy named Hudson? I didn't know that. Tony Curtis's birthday. All right, so I think that the best looking guy in Hollywood was Tony Curtis. Huge fan. Huge fan. I used to say that my children's birth father looked like a young Tony Curtis. And to me, that was about the greatest compliment I could give someone on their looks. I just thought he was beautiful. That's all I can say. I loved him. Here's a quote from him. Did you see him in Some Like It Hot? Where's Jonathan? Jonathan Corver, JB, where are you? You helped me figure out that the movie that I was trying to think of was Some Like It Hot. I loved that movie. Oh, he's so cute, Tony Curtis, my heartthrob. Anyway, Jamie Lee Curtis, his daughter. Yeah. Here's a quote from him that I thought was pretty cool. Service to others is the rent we pay for our time on this planet. It's kind of a nice thought. Yeah. Yeah. Happy birthday to Chuck Barris, 1929. I didn't realize he was born that long ago. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, I don't know. That was the dating game. Chuck Barris was the Gong Show. Do you remember the Gong Show? So after tennis, I went to my girlfriend's. We walked over to her place because we were playing at her home, and we walked back over to her place to go have a cup of coffee. And she had a friend visiting, Sue. And I don't know how we got on the topic last week, but we were talking about celebrities. She was telling us that she took a class in college where one of the requirements of the class was that you had to go and audition for some television thing. Didn't matter what. You just had to have the experience of auditioning for something. Well, I guess all the shows were on hiatus. So the only thing to audition for was the Gong Show. So she auditioned for the Gong Show and she made it on the Gong Show. And she did some kind of crazy dance, she said, and got triple gonged. And then years later, like 30 years later, I can't remember what celebrity it was one of them had gonged her and was going to be someplace near where she was living at some event. So she went to the event and specifically got introduced to the celebrity to say, hey, do you remember gonging me on the Gong Show about 30 years ago? What? Anyway, the Gong Show. That was pretty crazy. I know, people watched it anyway. It was kind of the precursor to, America's Got Talent kind of thing, except it was America doesn't have talent. Yeah. The Gong Show. Oh my God, you guys are so awesome. Nash. I like that. Another car named by the person who came up with it. The Great Race. That's right. Tony Curtis was in The Great Race, and The Great Race ended. Do you remember this? At the crossed palm trees. That's where they had to get to. The crossed palm trees, although they've kind of since decayed and fallen down, were in Palos Verdes, California, right along the coast, along the cliffs. Yeah. And I got married there once. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but yeah. It was a private estate. I can't remember the woman's name now, but every once in a while you would meet her and she would have to meet you first. And if she liked you, she would let you use her estate for parties, big parties. And I threw a big wedding there where the cross palm trees were at the end of the Great Race. It was fun. Ozzy Nelson died today. He was only 69 years old. That's sounding younger and younger all the time. Ricky Nelson. I'm a rambling, traveling man, made a lot of stops. Ricky and David Nelson were the children. Ozzy and Harriet were the parents, and it was a sitcom, right? I mean, it might have been before your times, but you might have seen some reruns. It was a really fun show, kind of like, typical 50s kind of sitcom. But what you might not have known is that Ozzy did not start as an actor. He was actually a band leader. Yeah. Before my time, but my parents' time. Yeah. David Carradine, he died today, a long time ago. He was the guy from Kung Fu. Do you remember Kung Fu? Yeah. But he was also in Kill Bill and Kill Bill 2. Okay, crazy violent movies. And I happened to be at a friend's house who said, "Hey, have you seen Kill Bill?" And I said, "No, I don't know what it is." "Oh, well, we're going to watch it." It was so shockingly violent and bizarre that we watched 1 and 2 at the same time. Weird, weird. It's fun. 1967, the number one song was, are you ready? RESPECT, Respect, by Aretha Franklin. What a good day this was in history, huh? Okay, so let's move on. Today, we welcomed some new members to What Do I Say, What Do I Do? And they were from, one from Africa and one from Vietnam, I think. So I said, hey, where are you from? Let's see where everybody in the world, how many people from around the world, because we've got people from everywhere on that site. So jump on and type in where you're from if you haven't already done that. Also, today's word art, I love it. Either hold on tight or cut it loose, but decide. And I like to say that life is all about choices. Every minute we're making choices. How are you going to feel? What are you going to wear? Who are you going to talk to? Where are you going to be? What are you going to be? Where are you going to go? Choices. You want to move on in life? Make those choices. Own your life. Yay. Yeah. Otherwise, you just sit back and wait to see what's going to happen, and you get to be the victim of it instead of being the creator of it. So go make some choices today. You can repeat some that were good choices the first time if you like, because it's repeat day. Yeah. So have a sip and a smile. 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 So have a sip and a smile.